Cadillac's Lyriq is a very well done electric vehicle. Optiq here, the little brother, might be better. I'm here to tell you all about it. Range, charge speed, driving dynamics, and put away your torches and pitchforks when it comes to the user interface. It's pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but really, I'll explain. For decades, General Motors has struggled to restore Cadillac's standard-of-the-world luster. Cimarron, Alante, Catera and its cartoon duck, plus the beautiful failure that was ELR hardly created a buzz. But suddenly, the brand held together by Escalade has been resuscitated by electrification. Optiq is the smallest in a new line of EVs that include Lyriq, Vistiq, Escalade IQ, and the bespoke Celestiq. Cadillac execs claim the move to electric powertrains has dropped the average age of ownership a whopping 5 years. Clearly, the defibrillator shot GM needs. Being an electric vehicle from a premium brand, Optiq is an excellent value. The base model, which many people would be very happy with because it includes loads of standard features and dual motor all-wheel drive, begins at just over $54,000. That includes destination, but not any tax credits that still might be available. This is a fully loaded top trim luxury 2, and it's stickers for $63,500. Still a great deal. Skip the cosmetic Onyx package to slice $4,000 off the price. The $1,100 Phantom Blue interior is worth the bucks, though. It gives the feels. Buyers with high IQs cross-shop. In this segment, that would be Porsche Macan EV, Mercedes EQB, Genesis GV60 and 70, Audi Q6 e-tron, and the newly upgraded Lexus RZ. Comparably equipped, most are significantly more expensive or don't offer Optiq's 302-mile range. Cadillac is zigging in a competitive way. Optiq can be had in luxury and sport trims, both in base 1 or upgraded 2 levels. Like Lyriq, the walk-up animation never gets old. A neighbor of mine clapped when she saw the show. Every Optiq, which weighs some 5,200 pounds, moves with the same powertrain. Twin motors combine to make 300 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque. Entering the vehicle and stepping on the brake pedal wakes it from its slumber. The floor-mounted battery pack is 85 kilowatt hours. GM hasn't quite made the switch to NACS, but Optiq is open to the supercharger network with an adapter. Some automakers give their EVs front storage. General Motors tends not to. Sure enough, all the components are packaged in the nose. Now, the advantage to this is in the cabin, it's much more open. You can put a purse or backpack between the seats. It's a choice. The single-speed transmission selector is mounted to save console space and unique to Cadillac. No sharing with Chevy or Buick anymore. The head-up display is solid. One-pedal driving effort is selected on the screen. This works together with GM's brilliant regen paddle. The more it's squeezed, the more drag it delivers. There are the expected drive modes that mostly affect throttle response and steering weight. Optiq's suspension is not adaptive or adjustable. We're all used to hearing that electric vehicles will spool up to 60 miles an hour in like 3.5 seconds, right? Well, the high-performance Optiq V will do that when it comes out, but this is the regular Optiq, and it'll hit that benchmark in just under 6 seconds. Pretty good in the real world. There's plenty of low-end torque off the line. It's satisfying, but not neck-snapping. Cadillac dials it in nice and smooth. Pretty appropriate for the brand. Electric powertrains are perfect for premium vehicles. No engine vibration, brisk passing power on 2-lane highways. Optiq is among the most affordable caddies, but doesn't feel compromised. And I prefer the compact size for city driving. Being a Cadillac, you'd expect this to be quiet. And it is very hushed. You might think it's soft and floaty. No, That dynamic has been gone for years. It's actually a little bit on the firm side. General Motors does not get its due when it comes to driving dynamics. This goes down the road quite nicely. The whole heavy battery in the floor dynamic works really well in cornering. Again, EVs for the win. There's a bit of body roll, but it's well managed in hard cornering, exactly what a Cadillac should be, fully on mission. Go with Porsche Macan EV or Audi SQ6 e-tron for high performance, or wait for the V. I really like that the amount of regeneration can be adjusted to personal taste, either none or very aggressive. Plus, the paddle brings you down to a stop right now. Also, the brake pedal modulation, very well done, spot on. Drive modes don't call up a Jekyll and Hyde difference. Sport sharpens up the acceleration a bit, the performance tone is subdued. Optiq is set up for real-world driving, though even enthusiasts will appreciate the dynamic balance. Optiq's seating position is moderately high and visibility is pretty good. There's a little bit of a blind spot with the D-pillar back there, but not bad. The solid suite of ADAS active electronic safety tech includes automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and bicycle detection, rear automatic braking, reverse and rear cross-traffic automatic braking, plus adaptive cruise. Super Cruise does not work on city streets like this, but where General Motors allows it to function, it's really good. My favorite semi-autonomous driving system. Super Cruise is standard, and there's 3 years of service. After that, it's a subscription. It's perfect for road tripping. Speaking of, the EPA rates Optiq's range at 302 miles. In the real world, with temperatures hovering in the mid-70s to low 80s here in Seattle, half highway driving, half city driving, I'm seeing around 290 before I feel the need to charge up. Obviously, speed, temperature, and a hard right foot affect the range, but Optiq pretty much eliminates anxiety. Plus, the ability to use the Tesla charging network is a real advantage. Optiq's peak charge rate is 150 kilowatts, and using a DC fast charger can add up to 79 miles of range in some 10 minutes. Now, that's not as speedy as Audi, Porsche, and Genesis, but that's only an issue when traveling. It's really best to take on electrons where you sleep. Home Level 2 AC charging is much cheaper and more convenient since it juices overnight or while working. With the optional 19.2 kilowatt onboard charger, Optiq has the ability to take on 55 miles of range every hour. Refreshing to see Cadillac exploring a new fashion sense in here. Like Hermès sneakers, Optiq's cabin is dressed casually but upmarket. Budget plastics are largely gone. I had to search with a flashlight to find this. Upholstery eliminates the usual black hard stuff here. Mini uses fabric like this. Felted material has a Volvo vibe and keeps stuff from rattling. The knurling pattern is like digital laurel leaves, a classic Cadillac crest callback. Door releases have a hefty 1965 Eldorado weight. Not everyone will like the white accents, but they pair well with the handsome navy colorway. This is the modern feel that Cadillac needs. A leather-free zone, these seats are heated, vented, and massaging. The glass roof is standard, so is the 19-speaker AKG sound system with Dolby Atmos processing. The 3D soundstage is impressive, but the dynamic range is kind of compressed. Let's tackle the interface. It's a little bit controversial, but very well done, based on the Android automotive platform, so there's a lot of Google baked in. As far as the screen goes, crisp, clear, excellent menu flow, probably the best touch response I've experienced in a screen. It's also completely configurable. Lately, I've been complaining that electric vehicles in particular have eliminated the hard buttons. Not Optiq, there are plenty of them. Natural voice commands allow you to keep your eyes on the road, and they're very comprehensive. Hey, How much battery is left in the car?
Your battery is at 85%.
Natural voice commands are excellent. Hello. Hi, Omar. Yeah, we love Dorcas too. See, you can get texts. iMessage is not native, but you can still get your texts. You can still make phone calls. You can still listen to your music. In fact, if you forget that you don't have CarPlay and say, hey, text Mariko Kakeuchi, say, have fun at the game.
Sending to Mariko. Have fun at the game.
See? It still works. You can still use Siri. Is it perfect? No, it's not, but it seems to be getting better all the time. Also, I will note that Rivian and Tesla don't support CarPlay or Android Auto either. I appreciate the gauge cluster that's front and center. The phone charge pad is handy and easy to get to. Digital rear view mirror? Check. Good storage too, though this lid is only oriented towards the driver. Opening the glove box means using the screen, and like the console, it's lined with mouse fur. Paperwood veneer is made from tulip wood and recycled newspaper. Look really close. My first job was a paperboy, so this is an Easter egg for me. I really like Optiq's trim size. Obviously, that can affect the back seat. Not so much here. I'm 5'9". My Levi's inseam is 32 inches. Headroom is pretty good. Knee, leg, and foot room, very generous. The cushions are high and long enough for excellent thigh support. However, getting my size 11s through here is a little tight, and the doors don't open very wide. These door pockets get the same felt lining found up front in this little cubby too. Passengers, look at this terrific detail, nicely shaped. It actually reminds me of my Taycan. Unlike my Porsche though, this gets pockets on both seat backs. There is no separate climate zone back here, but there are adjustable vents. At least there are heated seats for the outboard positions and a way to charge just about everything. Many EVs, but not all, get a completely flat floor. This really helps with footroom. I would not put open cans of Coke or cups of coffee in the door pocket, so if you're drinking those, you're going to be using this. You can get 3 thinner adults back here for trips across town, but if you often have 3 people back here, maybe think about Lyric, because its bench is very wide and they'd be a lot more comfortable. With a wheelbase 6 inches shorter than Lyric, Optiq's lines aren't as planted and stately, but the two certainly share a design language, especially the face, and it's different than the competitors. Etched into the middle layer of the acoustic laminate glass, this pattern recalls the Cadillac Mondrian crest. 3-row Vistic gets that detail too. I would like a rear wiper, but I live in Seattle and it really does rain a lot here. There are few standalone options available. Cadillac mostly offers bundled packages, but this black roof is one choice. The laser-etched nose and its walk-up light show is a Cadillac signature, and it gives the car a spendy look. Also, the lens elements are more complex the closer you look. Lots of things to discover when walking around the car. Inside, the ambient lighting is less theatrical, but owners can change up colors and intensity. Puddle lamps remind me of BMWs. These are bright and useful. The kick-to-open tailgate is gone. Instead, it's a proximity sensor. You just stand by the tailgate for a little bit. It opens automatically. It is a bit aggressive. You might want to turn it off. There's a nice spot for the dual voltage charge cord. Like many cars these days, there's no spare. The tires are self-sealing. Max out the space by doing this. Sometimes inches matter. Not a lot of extras back here. No 40-20-40 split or remote seat releases. GM claims best-in-class cargo capacity at 57 cubic feet, similar to Chevy Equinox EV that's built on the same architecture. Seats up, there's 26 cubes. In the often imitated but seldom replicated TP trunk test, okay, I'm the only one doing this, Optiq takes on 7 packs of softness and absorbency. Personally, I would turn off that proximity sensor since it's too sensitive for my taste, opening when I don't want it to. Cadillac's Mondrian badge is also a button. It's really easy to open it this way. Optiq is similar in size to Cadillac's popular XT5. As comparably equipped as they can be, the two are close in price, but the EV is superior in every way if it can be charged at home. In the market for an electric vehicle? Well, you really do owe it to yourself to look at Optiq. The value is high here. It looks great outside and in. This blue colorway is really nice. It drives well. It has great tech. It's got Super Cruise, and it's pretty quick, handles well, not overly fast. That will be taken care of when the V comes out. Yeah, it doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. There is no perfect vehicle, right? Electrification is a win for Caddy, and it's encouraging to see General Motors giving the brand resources to rise above its other divisions. This entry-level premium EV deserves the buzz and gives Cadillac excellent optics. I don't often use self-parking, but I will point out that Optiq has it. It does seem fussy, though. I tried it a couple times, and, well, as you can see, it's passing on spots that I could slide right into without trying hard. Maybe an over-the-air update will improve it. Ladies, gentlemen, doing driving duties today, lurking in the back seat, is Rob Calero, a man of driven. Hey, thanks. And what do you think of the car?
I think it's beautiful. It's nice to see quality.
Yeah, nice to see Cadillac being Cadillac again.
Yes, very nice. And it drives fabulously, and I think it looks great.
Yeah.
It's cool. Nice car.
He's a BMW owner, so...
Yeah, it looks good.
You know, take that as you will.
As you will.
Oh, and GM has big plans for Optiq, positioning it in over 10 markets, including Europe. The size will certainly work better than Escalade IQ. Before I go, I've stressed that Optiq is a very good value. How good of a value? Well, I have a brother who was about to pull the trigger on a Chevy Equinox EV RS, fully loaded, and I asked him, have you taken a look at Optiq? And so he did, and discovered that for the most part, the Optiq was about the same price and had a much better sound system and a much nicer interior. So needless to say, he went with the Cadillac, and he's been very happy with it. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. If you did, subscribe to the channel, click notifications. Please support the channel. You can do it using Venmo, my preferred way of doing that, because if you use Super Thanks, Google takes 30%, right? They're like the mafia. I think Visa only takes 3 or 4%. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments, okay? This is a good community. Either I will get back to you or one of the Driven Nation will. That's Driven. I'm Tom Volk.